You're watching QUTV Season 7 with Randy Swope, Jeremy Culver, Charity Boyd, Ashley Cahill, and Joshua Hale. QUTV Season 7 starts right now.
Welcome to our April 18th episode of QUTV. I'm Jeremy Culver.
And I'm Charity Boyd. On this episode, we talk about information you need to know if you want to stay on campus this summer, and a class with an unexpected final.
But our top story, an act of terrorism spoils a longtime American tradition. This past Monday, 2 bombs went off in Boston near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Many were injured and 3 people lost their lives. Panic ensued as the crowd and runners tried to get to a safe area. Many were injured with lost limbs, severe fractures, and burns. No suspects have been charged with the attacks, but investigators are looking everywhere for clues, even asking people for cell phone photos and videos from the marathon. These events have not only shaken Boston, but the entire country. Words of prayer have been heard all over the country and also right here at Quincy University. Due to the severity of the topic, some people on campus were not ready to put their thoughts into words. But QUTV's Joshua Hale got thoughts and prayers from a few members of QU's community on this great tragedy.
The fact that something like that happens, like I'm from a big city, so who knows like what will happen in other events that I go to.
I'm devastated. When I first caught wind of what was going on or what happened, I just couldn't believe that people who are giving up their time to, going out, running, probably something that they may do annually, and never suspected or expected that they would be met with a bomb.
I just think it's really sad that kids have to suffer because adults can't get along and can't make decisions for themselves, and they have to go to injuring people to make their point.
It's really tragic, actually, that somebody's actually going to sporting events these days and harming people. I know that those are incredibly big events, and now people can't even participate in sporting activities without being harmed.
There are still 63 people in Boston hospitals due to the explosions, 12 of which are in critical condition. The QUTV staff would like to send their thoughts and prayers to all those affected by these events. Your family, friends, and loved ones are in our thoughts.
On a lighter note, Quincy University has some fun classes you may want to know about. If you need an extra class to fill out your schedule, or if you just want to take a fun class, you may want to register for the Culture and Comparison class labeled SSA 301. The class is taught by Dr. Megan Bacardi and covers the differences in culture between the United States and London. There are 2 parts to the class. The first is learning about these differences, with the second being a great experience trip to London. The trip is only 10 days long, but Bacardi says there are many places the class will visit.
We go see a lot of the major attractions. We go to the different museums, like the Tate Modern and the National Gallery and the Imperial War Museum.
Bacardi also says that they will attend some local pubs along with local museums. The class not only includes the trip to London, but also a credit for an elective, as well as meeting a global gen ed requirement.
QUTV has seen many young broadcasters begin their careers right here in the Friars Hall studio. QUTV alum and 2010 graduate Brian Witt recently visited campus to visit professors and meet some current students. He also stopped by the studio to let us know how his career is going and reflect on his time at QUTV in this week's Campus Newsmaker. We're here with Brian Witt, QUTV alum and KWQC reporter. Thank you for joining me, Brian.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right, so tell us what you've been up to since being here on QUTV.
Well, since being here, kind of floated around trying to find the job, and finally landed one in my home area of Davenport, Iowa at KWQC. And it's been a blast. I work on a local variety talk show, and I'm kind of the feature reporter that goes out and does all the crazy things so that the host gets to sit on the couch.
All right, so tell us all the experiences that you got in here. How have those helped you going on in your career?
Well, the big thing about being here at QTV is you have to be versatile, because everyone here, we're such a small staff, so you kind of have to do a little bit of everything. And that's what's really helped me at my job now. I'm the photographer, I'm the editor, sometimes a director, and so you kind of have to know a little bit of everything, and those are the experiences that I got here.
All right, so recently it's been announced that we are getting a new studio. How do you feel about us getting the new studio?
I think that is amazing. What we have done here has been great, and I think getting even more technology and more experience for the students here is going to make this communications program even better than it already is and help you in the long run.
With you being one of the first people to be here, how was the early planning stages of QUTV?
Well, it was fun, you know. It was kind of like putting things together with popsicle sticks and glue, but we made it work. We have a great product, and you guys have continued on with the great product, and it was fun. It was challenging because, A, we didn't really know exactly what we were doing, but with Travis Yates, the director, the guidance was there, and I have to say I was quite proud of everything we did back then.
All right, so one of the things is a lot of people wonder if they should take this class. With potential communication majors coming in, what would you do to tell them to take this?
Well, definitely I'm going to go with a yes, because the experiences, like I said, that you get with QUTV will help you so much in the long run. Sometimes at a bigger school, you're only the anchor, and you don't get the experiences of being the reporter and the camera guy and the director, where with this program, it's just the right size, where you're going to get to do a little bit of everything, which really, in today's world, is going to help you so much.
All right, and last question, looking into the future, what do you think you'll be doing in 5 years? Still at KWQC? Or what
5 years. That's really a long time in the television world, is 5 years. I would like to say that I'll still be in the area. Like I said, I'm working currently in my hometown area, which is every professional's dream, is to be working where you grew up. Mm-hmm. But there's always that edge to somebody in the television world is like, I'm going to make it the next step. So I'd like to say I'm going on, but I love where I'm at, so I could stay there.
All right. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you coming today, and I hope you have continued success in your career.
Same to you.
Thank you.
If you need a break from preparing for finals, stop by McHugh Theater next week to enjoy the latest student production. Students in the Producing Children's Theater class are hosting a children's play, A President Under My Pillow. The production is about a 12-year-old girl named Maya who has to write a history report about presidents and other historical figures. Student night is Tuesday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. and free for all QU students. Admission for the general public will be April 26th through the 28th and will cost $2. The show begins on Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 2. Bring the entire family to watch your favorite historical figures come to life. The summer is quickly approaching. If you plan on staying on campus, you'll want to be aware of some policy changes. In the past years, students who have worked 20 hours per week were granted rent-free housing, but that is not the case this year. The regular summer housing rate will be $100 per week. Students working on campus an average of 20 hours per week and agreeing to have their summer housing deducted directly from their paycheck will pay a reduced rate of $50 per week. Students who work on campus but are not having the rate deducted from their paychecks will be charged the regular rate of $100. Students may not volunteer in an on-campus office to get the reduced rates. They must be paid at least an hourly minimum wage of $8.25 per hour. Only students with an on-campus job related directly to housing, such as an RA or RD, will be offered free housing. Be sure to check your QU email for a link to the summer housing application. I'm Charity Boyd. That's all we have for this week's episode of QUTV.
And I'm Jeremy Culver. Be sure to check back in 2 weeks as we bring our final episode here in Studio 4 in Friars Hall. And we also will be spoofing a very famous TV show closing. See if you can go on our website and pick out what it is. Remember to keep checking back in as we continue to bring you the news by the students, for the students.